Hello and welcome back to Purple Color Life. I'm Chad, and in today's video we're talking about a new tire. This is our 1948 Ford 8N, and as you can see the tire was getting pretty weather checked. We actually were having a leak in it. My dad took the tire off, but it could just be repaired. It does have a tube in it with a lot of calcium for weight. So when he took it into the tire shop, they first tried to repair it, but then we found that there was a leak inside the tube, so the whole thing had to be replaced. And at this point, if you're replacing the tube on the rim, it just makes sense with a tire that old to go ahead and get a new tire too. So Dad did the hard work of getting the tire and wheel off. Now the tire and wheel that are on it, I don't know if it's the original tire, but it's definitely not the original wheel. That wheel has been replaced with another wheel, a newer wheel, because the original one was eaten out by the calcium. That is the downside of all that calcium weight in the tire. So when we first loaded the tire back into the truck, Dad got the tube valve stem fixed, which we thought would fix the problem. It didn't fix the problem, so then he went back to the tire store and placed the order for the new tire and new tube. They were able to transfer the calcium to the new tire and tube, and in this video we're going to unload that from Dad's truck and see if we can get it lined up on the bolts, the studs, and reinstall this wheel and tire.
So we have jiggled it back and forth here. We got one stud to line up, but the others we kind of need to twist the tire just about a ½ inch. But with this brand new tread and about 450 pounds of calcium inside it, it's hard to twist it. So we're going to try some leverage. We may have to, we gained a little bit, wiggling it back and forth. We might just have to do that again until we get it lined up. That is the downside to the bolts facing out, but it's also a good side because on my John Deere, the bolts go in, and it's about impossible to get them to line up onto the studs. So we want it to spin, you know what I mean? If you push on the back so the tire spins forward a little bit.
Spins forward?
Yeah. Should be lifting and spinning forward at the same time. Okay. Now we're a little bit too high up for that middle pin. You know what I mean?
Okay. Wait, because it started going.
Mm-hmm.
You think we should try and get the bottom in now?
Well, I think once we lift it up, the bottom will naturally just go in. If you get these three lined up.
I mean, I don't think we can get them in any further.
Oh, you don't think?
Unless, well, if we pick the tractor up higher, it might.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Pick the tractor up.
Do you want me to
higher.
do something?
Just go a little bit.
Don't-
here.
You know, let me get a, see if I can get a lug nut on here. Here,
You want me to keep pushing in?
that's good.
There,
Chad.
Chad, that's more of them are in.
Let's get more lug nuts.
Oh, there you go.
$110.
Click, click. No, after you drive about 50 miles, you should stop and check the tightness.
50 miles. Maybe 50 acres.
Yeah.